all.
Hey, Drew Rebar with Julia Musall. She's gal that's been going through something I went through, a living nightmare with your family and the family court system. Uh, Julia, you want to tell everybody who you are and what you are and all that good stuff?
I don't see me anymore. Oh, there I am. Are you there? Uh-oh. I can't see you. Do I just start talking?
Just
Okay.
I can put you up, I can put me up, I can
Uh-oh.
put I'm just letting you talk so that way you can tell your story about what happened with your family and losing kind of what you told me a little bit about and what you shared in the documents and how the family court system in Nevada failed you.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just got to get your video back up there.
I can see you, but I can't hear you.
I'm here. Your video's off there, I think, Julia. I think we're having technical difficulties, everybody, for a minute.
I can't hear you.
Now you can't hear me? Well, I kind of got a little bit of Julia's story, so do you want to try to leave the chat and then rejoin it?
I can't hear
Anyway,
anything.
no. Let me try to move you in and move you out there. Yeah, you're still in the feed. Can you hear me? So anyways, everybody, let me see what I can. Julia's having some technical difficulties, but she sent me a lot of information about what was going on with her family, and it's pretty horrible with what's happened. And she sent me a bunch of the court documents and everything else. And I spent 15 years in the family court system fighting to be a father. That's kind of made me what I am. Is you just fight and you fight and you fight. You don't give up because well, in 15 years I lost more times than I can count. And in 2017, my phone rang, and then all of a sudden, my nightmare was over. Well, the beginning of the nightmare was ending. I was starting to wake up. So give me a second here. I think Julia's calling me. Hey, Julia, I'm still on the live stream there. Can you?
I can't hear anything.
Huh. You want to try to disconnect from the chat and then rejoin?
Okay.
And then we'll see if that works. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Try to get her back up here.
Oh, great. How do
So
I get out of this?
So anyways, like I said, I was going through Julia's paperwork and I fed it all up into AI. God bless AI, right? Let me share with you what part of her story is. Where'd that go? Give me a second here. And there we go. So this is what I did, as told Grok to analyze the documents that Julia sent, and we're going to do a live stream about. So, like I said, she sent me a lot of court documents, voicemails, things like that. And there we go. Are you back, Julia?
Oh, okay.
Th-
I'm hearing
There,
you again.
there we are.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, introduce yourself and tell us from the beginning what happened with. Are you having issues again there? Just tell us what happened with your family and how
Okay.
the court systems failed you.
All right. All right. My name is Julia Musall, and my sister-in-law is Catherine Musall. My nephew is Patrick Musall. Um, in April of 2021, uh, my sister-in-law's son, Matt and Debbie Louse, uh, went over to their house, to Catherine's house, and just barged in, and it was considered a home invasion. The cops were called, and because they were Matt and Debbie were yelling and screaming, they wanted her to move back to Michigan, and she refused. So Patrick, who is autistic with aggressive attendance, uh, aggressiveness at times, got very upset, and he was going to throw his laptop. So she couldn't calm him down, and so she finally slapped him on the arm. And so, that calmed him down. And so he went into the other room, and the police arrived, and they arrested my sister in law and tried to charge her with a felony B child abuse. Now, they did nothing to Matt and Debbie for the home invasion. And just so that you know, Patrick is 250 pounds and over 6 feet tall. So he's a big boy. And so, anyway, he has very sensitive skin. And when she slapped him, of course, it made a mark. Well, I I had the police send me the pictures, and you cannot see a handprint like they said. Well, anyway, so let's get back. They arrested her. Matt and Debbie, during the whole time, because I went and watched the body cam, and they were constantly telling the officer lies. They said she had dementia. She hits Patrick all the time. The doctors want her to move back to Michigan with them. And anyway, so that was the beginning of this nightmare. So then I got involved. I went and picked her up. The next day after I picked her up, before I had picked her up, apparently Debbie had stole Catherine's house key. My sister, the landlord was at the house. The door was locked, and Debbie used the key to come in. And so the police were called, and then she was trespassed. Debbie and Matt were trespassed from that property by the police. CPS supposedly they said they gave Debbie permission to go into the house. Well, the officer said you cannot do that. So anyway, uh, Catherine immediately went down and filed a domestic violence protection order. There was a hearing, and the judge ordered civil injunctions against Matt and Debbie. Those are types of protection orders. To this day, they are currently valid. There is no um, expiration date on them. So at that hearing, the judge also released my nephew, Patrick, back to his grandma, Catherine. Okay. I just recently, a few days ago, obtained CAD calls from the Nye County Sheriff's Office, and those are incident reports when an officer has to go out to your residence. The day
Right.
after, pardon?
Oh, I just was acknowledging. I'm sorry to interrupt. Keep talking. I apologize.
Okay. So CPS had to call for officer assistance, and the incident reports how Matt and Debbie were yelling and cussing out the CPS worker. They were refusing to return Patrick. And so when they got there, oh, the deputy had called Matt and Debbie. They gave them a false address, and it specified on the incident report by CPS that they did this intentionally because they did not want to give Patrick back. So that was one of the incident reports I found. So anyway, so then there was she still had the charges against her. Now remember, this was during COVID. So there were times I couldn't go to court. Um, so anyway, let's see. So in 2022, um, Catherine had to go to court, and um, she was before that she had to attend a competency evaluation. At the time, we had no idea what that meant. All we know was her attorney kept telling her, hey, this is a self-defense case. We're going to have you evaluated by a doctor. He's going to say that you don't understand why they're charging you, and I'm going to get the charges dismissed. And so we're like, oh, okay, good. Thinking she's doing something nice. Well, so we go to court. The judge deemed her incompetent, and the DA dismissed the charges. Now, the judge asked, do you want her to, seek treatment and then come back? And the DA said, no, we'll just dismiss the charges. So we thought, oh, good. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. And this, when I did my own investigation, there was so much uncovered. This was done intentionally because now this gave CPS the weapon to just do whatever they wanted to do. So her attorney called me out to uh, the hallway and said, "Hey, they want CPS and the judge is ordering Catherine and Patrick to Michigan to live with Matt and Debbie, the ones that they had this home invasion against." And just so that you know, we had no idea the judge had issued a civil injunction against them. Kay never or Catherine never received a copy of it. So anyway, I said, "Oh, over my dead body," I said, "Please get a meeting with all parties because um, I want to be responsible for them because they own their own home and there was no reason for them to leave." So we had a meeting between everybody, all the attorneys, the CPS, CASA workers. Um,
Are you there? Hey, Julie, are you there? we might have lost her again. I think she might be having some internet.
Well, I'll keep going. Okay.
Keep going. There you go.
That
You're
he was
back.
going to file guardianship papers on my behalf. As we were ending the meeting, someone said, well, let's make this a temporary and see how it goes. So I'm like, well, that's fine. Patrick, I get along with Patrick. So in the meantime, Patrick has to go to Desert Parkway. It's an inpatient facility. And so, Desert Parkway knew that I was going to be the guardian when Patrick got released. So they were having me start parent classes. And that's exactly what I was doing. So, mind you, almost 2 months later, okay, this was way beyond the 30 days. I spoke to the guardian ad litem, Mr. Neely, and he says, well, we're going to send Patrick and Catherine to Michigan. We just had a meeting. And I'm just like, what? Nobody, all of a sudden, they're deciding that I can't take care of these two. And just so that you know, when I agreed to be the guardian, they forced me to take them that day. I had to go home, tell my roommate, sorry, you got to leave. And which he was very kind and very nice, and he did it, you know. And so anyway, I don't even know where they didn't even have a meeting with me and say, hey, you're doing something wrong. Nothing, no reasons given. And so guess here we go. And now I know why. Because Matt and Debbie had been in the picture months before, and we were not aware of it. And Matt did not want the two of them going to Michigan. Well, in December, they decided they wanted to. They wanted uh, Catherine and Patrick to go to Michigan. Of course they did, because that would have been like $5,000 monthly income to them. The two of them have been on Social Security disability for over 25 years. So they don't make much. And so anyway, I started filing hearings. Our first hearing, I couldn't even speak. The judge did not let me speak. It was my motion. And CPS was and CASA were saying horrible things about me, which were all lies. So then they said I couldn't talk to Patrick. And then the judge says, well, let's continue this until January 30th.
You still there, Julia?
We will.
I think we're still having connection
Okay,
issues
you're
here.
back. So here comes January 30th. And the judge says, okay, why are we here? And he goes, are we here for guardianship, evidentiary hearing? Okay, our hearing was on Monday. On Saturday, CPS sent a letter to me saying we were having a evidentiary hearing. Okay, well, first of all, you're giving me no notice. So anyway, as far as I knew, it was guardianship. And after the January 9th hearing, I immediately went down and filed guardianship papers for Patrick and Catherine, and it was scheduled for March. Well, anyway, at the January 30th hearing, of course, Julia is the bad person again, and again, I was banned from talking to Patrick. He was still at Desert Parkway. So this is what happened, and Catherine nor I were aware of it. On January 30th, 2023, Judge Lane signed an order closing the CPS file. He discharged the guardian ad litem, the attorneys, and CPS. It says this case is closed.
And right here, I
So
got that
he
up.
did not
Order
know.
closing case.
And so anyway, January 30th, let me backtrack just a few days. Prior to the January 30th hearing, CPS rural manager Lori Jackson and the Pahrump supervisor Michael Kaysen told me they wanted me to pick up Patrick at Desert Parkway when he gets released and then be responsible for him. And they showed me a document, and I said, no, because Catherine's doctor deemed her competent. I said, I'm not going to, be with them 24/7 like you're expecting me. They don't need it. And just so you know, at the hearing, when that report from Catherine's doctor was presented to him by CPS, he looked at me and he said, I've already deemed her incompetent. And then he says, there's nothing you can do. And it's like, okay, that was a challenge. So, anyway,
So I got a question for you on these.
actually, January 23rd, maybe, is when they wanted me to take Patrick. So remember, January 23rd, the contract says that Julia is capable of caring for Patrick, understands his needs, and is in alignment with CPS. She has passed 2 background checks. Okay, that's illegal because I never gave them authority uh, to do a background check on me. And according to the Nevada revised statutes, they have to get my permission. They also said they inspected my home. They never came out and inspected my home. So anyway, so I refused. Come January 30th hearing, again, like I said, I'm the bad person. Okay. So then, you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. So
You're still here too.
um, after the January 30th hearing, when they're telling me what a rotten person I am, 2 days later, they call me again and they want me to go pick up Patrick from Desert Parkway. And this time it was the same contract, but they said I don't have to be there 24/7. So I said,
So the
fine, that's
so
perfect.
so
So I
so
went
let
and
me
picked.
can you hear me there?
Uh-oh,
Let
I
me
can't hear you.
no, because I want to ask some questions about what the government
Oh,
did and
I
how the
can't hear
courts
you.
worked. No?
So I'll finish my
Oh,
story, I
okay.
guess.
Keep
I
keep
don't know
keep
if you can
finishing your
hear
story.
me,
I was just going
but
to try to ask some questions about it.
so I picked up Patrick, and Lori Jackson said to me, the rural supervisor for CPS, if everything works out, we will advocate for you at the guardianship hearing. Okay, March 6, 2023, we had the guardianship hearing. It was scheduled in the morning. We all attended. Not one person on the other side attended, except for Mr. Neely, the guardian ad litem. The judge says, well, I'm going to hold this over till the afternoon um, for the CPS status update. He goes, does anybody object? I said, I object, Your Honor. Well, he still scheduled it for the CPS time in the afternoon. So then we showed up for the hearing again. He called our case numbers. He says, denied, case closed, let's move on. That was it. And it was like,
Which
whoa.
judge was that?
And the judge says, okay, Julia can continue to monitor, Catherine and Patrick. And it's like, okay. So I was not able to obtain any information through the court because um, it was under the CPS um, case. The only thing I was able to obtain was the hearing in the morning. So then what did we do? March 6th. Okay. So everything was going fine. I got Patrick with a new psychiatrist, new therapist, something that CPS never did. They never had him with a therapist while he was in their care, custody, and control. Well, no wonder why he was, always in turmoil. They did that intentionally. I know it. They did that intentionally so that it would manipulate the way they wanted this to go. So he was doing school full time, and all of a sudden, here comes CPS again. We got into an argument, and because she upset.
Oh, I think we might have lost Julia. Yep. I think she's out towards so are you back there, Julia? We get you back. You got the spinning wheel of death there. Are you back there?
Oh, I'm back. Where did I end off?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So what was the judge that did this? What was the judge's name?
Judge Robert Lane.
Robert Lane?
Nye County, Pahrump.
Nye County. So out there with
Yes.
Michelle Fiore. Can you hear
Yes.
there? So yeah, okay. So yeah, Michelle
So
Fiore.
where did I yes. Where did I end up on my
Um, I think you were having the guardian ad litem part in there. I can barely hear you, so I'm not sure how
Uh-oh.
good this is working.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. So since we're having technical stuff going on, where is it at right now? What do you think the prospects of getting your kids, the grandkids back from the situation they're in? And how can we fix the system so this doesn't happen again?
Okay. Well, right now we are in just so that you know, the judge closed the case January 30th, 2023. On March
Yep.
28th, CPS came in and removed him. My sister-in-law opened the door and she said they walked right in and took him and then handed him off to his aunt, and they flew back to Michigan. That is a kidnapping. The FBI is ignoring it. The Attorney General's office is ignoring it. And so I filed just so that you know,
They-
we got
And
involved with a
they entered your resident without a warrant, without any orders from the judge, right?
exactly. Yep,
So they had no legal
exactly.
authority. So they basically
No,
kidnapped your
they
kids.
didn't.
So
Yes.
that's the real
Well,
story
just
right
one.
there is,
Yes, is the kidnapping.
yeah.
And so um, I filed with the Internal Audit Department for the state of Nevada because they misused funds. And they did the investigation. They sent it to the Attorney General's office. The Attorney General's office called the investigator and says, send us everything you have. We are interested in this case, and close yours out. It's been over a year, they've done nothing. Attorney General Ford, oh my God. You know what? Uh, he has ignored everything. He has ignored what that's his CPS is under the Attorney General. He has ignored the kidnapping. He has ignored
Oh, you still there, Julia? So I think we're still having some issues and challenges, but
because of those voicemails. Uh-oh. Am I back?
you're back.
Okay. So the ombudsman for the state of Nevada Attorney General's office got involved. She, oh my God, you know what? She ought to be fired. She led us on for almost an entire year, telling us she found a pro bono attorney, told us she found expert witnesses for us, told my sister in law not to worry. She had a band of professional angels behind her, that we were bringing Patrick home. And as soon as she discovered that we had filed a complaint, and both judges in Nye County recused themselves. So it went to a senior judge. Pathetic. And when we got to court, he wouldn't let us talk. He denied everything. Um, he granted the district attorney his motion to because oh, there you go. Okay, you're back.
I'm
I
back.
disappeared. Can't hear you though.
That's okay. We should
Oh,
probably get
bummer.
this thing wrapped up because the technical issues are going to be a challenge here. But the problem that you're really
Uh-oh.
pointing out is the problem that I've already seen, which is just that the system is corrupt. It's not here to help people. It's here to take their money. At least
Bummer.
that was
Can't
my
hear.
impression. No? Okay. I think I'm going to stop doing the live feed. And thanks for telling your story, Julia. I appreciate it. I think you've had a lot of the same experiences, unfortunately, that I have. Okay. So you have a good night. Let's pray for Julia.
All
Hopefully,
right, can't hear anything.
hopefully the story works out. Have a good night, everybody.